Agent Andy Considine. Oh man. Celtic 4, or St Mirren 1, Celtic 4. Doesn't really matter what way I say it, right? We all know who was at home, who was away in this game. But Andy Considine celebrating his 600th appearance. And see this guy, right? He was never good, right? He's just played a lot of games. That doesn't mean we roll at the red carpet. See, like him, Lewis Stevenson, they're absolute bums, right? They've done hee-haw in their careers. They're just guys that have played for one club. Well, I know I say one club, right? All right, yeah. I know all his appearances for Aberdeen, but you get my point. Just because you've got a load of appearances doesn't mean you're good. He's literally went ahead and cost St Johnstone not 3 points, right? He's cost him 3 goals. You know, I mean, I think Celtic would have won the game anyway with it. Andy Considine's involvement today, but let's go into the game and break it down. I think if you're a St Johnstone fan, you'd be fuming at Andy Considine, like literally. Absolutely, but we go into the games. I mean, I think St Johnstone started strong enough. It was pretty even for the first part of the game. But then, I think it's Mooy, he finds Kyogo down the right-hand side, hits a ball across, and Considine just boots it in the back of his net, right? And seeing an own goal, like an own goal like this, I know it can happen to the best of players, right? But he should do better. But you know what, it's into the back of the net. For a St Johnstone point of view, alright. After this, St Johnstone don't really do anything, really, to be honest. It's just more Celtic, and you're sitting here thinking at this point, if Celtic make it 2, the game is absolutely dead and buried. And then they do make it 2, because it is fired across. I can't even remember who it's fired across from. I think it's Jota. Jota fires it across. Considine attempts to clear it, and it nutmegs him. And it's like, what is this guy doing? Like, it's just amateur defending. Like, I mean, it's like, if it actually doesn't hit off him, Kyogo's nowhere near the ball. It's pretty unlucky from Considine, but it's shite. It's not unlucky, it's shite, right? Andy Considine setting up Celtic to make it 2-0. After this, though, Dre White scores for distance. Again, another goal I think's avoidable. I think Joe Hart could save this. I don't really see why. You know, I've not really seen too much criticism of Joe Hart in terms of this goal. I mean, it's a decent strike for Dre White, but it's quite a distance, and there's not, you know, a lot of power and pace on it, like. But anyway, people will wank off Joe Hart. Joe Hart's a lucky boy that he's got Cameron Carter-Vickers in front of him, because Starfelt today, very ropey, as he always is. I mean, it's the Cameron Carter-Vickers show. It truly is. Alistair Johnson runs like he shot himself. Greg Taylor's a fanny, but it's all about Cameron Carter-Vickers, isn't it? Like, it truly is all about Cameron Carter-Vickers. But yeah, Joe Hart, I thought, was pretty poor on that goal, if I'm being honest. But then St Johnstone get a wee bit into it. They do get a wee bit into it. They can try their best, but then Jota, lovely chip through to Aaron Mooy. Debatable if it was offside or not. I think it was on. Well, I mean, obviously it was on, it was given, but in terms of at the time, I mean, it was debatable. So, that looked a wee bit off. But then Aaron Mooy with a lovely finish. Now, I didn't actually look or pay attention to who was playing him on here, but I wouldn't bet much money against if it was Andrew Considine. But in this game, stuck a tenner on both teams to score. That's up. Both teams get 20 plus booking points. That's up. Both teams, they get 4 or more corners. And what happens? I get only 3 corners for St Johnstone, right? Absolute disgrace. And I'll tell you, there's only one other guy, in my opinion. I mean, the second half was fairly quiet. St Johnstone had a couple of balls whipped across the box. Zach Rudden was pretty pish. But yeah, there's one guy to blame, in my opinion, and it's just Andrew Considine, right? Because we're about 90 minutes and like 37 seconds here, and he just trails your big man to the ground, and he gets sent off, right? And then Celtic score from the goal. It's just abysmal, man. From the free kick, the pass it short, the Turnbull, bang, into the back of the net, right? So he's went and got himself sent off. He's gave away the free kick, and they score for the free kick. So the 4 goals that they've scored today, Considine's cost 3 of them, and he put them down to 10 men, and he might have been at fault for the 3rd goal. I don't know. He might have played him on. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt for the 3rd goal, but it's a hat-trick of errors. It's Agent Considine. Celtic go 9 points clear. I'm under no illusion today, guys, that, you know, Celtic would have opened them up otherwise and, you know, probably would have won anyway, but I mean, when one of your players is costing you literally 3 goals, I mean, what fucking chances? I mean, if St Johnstone are getting cost 3 goals by one of the players against Celtic, or any team in the league for that matter, I mean, you're going to be fucked, no matter what way you look at it. But anyway, that's got a date for this match. A few Celtic on top, 9 points clear. Ange was near greeting at the end because of how VAR was taking so long on Turnbull. To be honest, I don't really blame him. I don't understand why they were looking at it. I know there was a player that He wasn't even there. He wasn't in the eye line of Matthews. He was over near the fucking ball. So I don't understand what they were looking at. But anyway, Celtic 9 points clear. Next up is the Scottish Cup, and that will be it next time out. But until next time, we'll probably do an SPFL review show soon. But until then, peace.